The lads have asked me some amazing facts. A goldfish has a memory span of 3 seconds.
What do you think to that?
Well, I think it could be true.
What's the next one on there, Val?
Do you know it is impossible to lick your elbow? No, because I can do it.
Can you? Show me.
That's not your elbow.
That's not your elbow. What's the next fact on there, Val?
Nutmeg is extremely poisonous if injected.
Is it really?
Well, you wouldn't be able to eat it, would you, if it was poisonous?
No.
An ostrich eye is bigger than its brain. I should think that could be possible.
Why?
Well, the eye's not that big, is it?
That's true, I can see your logic.
Hi, I'm Alan, and in a minute we're going to do an interview with Ken, one of the elders from the church, and it's not going to be a normal interview. Darren's going to drop him some random words and we're going to see how Ken responds to that. See you in a minute. Hi Ken, well we know your name, we know your name is Ken now. Just explain to the people at Glow what your position is here in the church.
My position now is an elder in the church, which helps to decide by the help of God to do what is right for the church.
Okay, and how do you see the youth in Skegness? How do you see what God's doing among the youth in Skegness, and how do you see it going to be in the future?
That's an hard one. Well, we're seeing in the church.
Okay, Alan, your next question is, what did you think about people trumping during the service?
What do you think about people, in a meeting, if you sat next to somebody and somebody trumps, how would you deal with that? Would you think it would be better to sort of ignore it or sort of give them a funny look?
No, I'd ignore it. I'd just let things go on as they were. I wouldn't even bother about it. It wouldn't worry me.
Okay. We've got a bonfire coming up soon. How would you? Do you think it's a good thing to sort of get out in the community and do things like that?
I believe that's where we should be.
Okay, now ask him about belly button fluff.
What do you think about? Do you ever get belly button fluff? What do you think about that?
Who?
Belly button fluff.
What's that?
When you get fluff in your belly button.
Oh, you're talking about butterflies.
Butterflies, is it? Is that the word? Is that what it's called? What do you think about that? How do you stop that?
Well, I don't think you need to stop it. I think it's a good thing to have that because it keeps you on your toes.
Okay, right. We've got quite a few people now wanting to go to Bible studies and things like that. Young people, do you think it's good to sort of encourage young people to meet together and study the Word together and things like that? And what sort of benefits do you think there is there for them?
Well, I think that's good. I think it's good for them to get together.
And ask him what he thinks about the number 10.
What do you think of the number 10? If I said the number 10 to you, what would you think?
Number 10?
Yeah.
I was thinking about 10 Downing Street, I should think.
10 Downing Street, right. 10 Downing Street, right. Okay, we've got some good things going on in church at the minute. What do you see for the winter ahead? What sort of things are you hoping to see over the winter ahead? We've got bonfire night coming up and things like that. What campers? How do you see all that stuff panning out? What do you hope to see from all that?
Well, I think we've got several things planned.
Okay, now ask him what he thinks of long, hairy, smelly armpits.
Reach out to the community.
Okay. What do you think of smelly armpits? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's not very...
I very often have smelly armpits. I'm always being told about smelly armpits. What's the worry about it?
How do you think? What do you think people should do with that? If they said to you, would you tell them or would you ignore it?
I would ignore it unless it was to an extent where probably it was affecting their lives with other people. Then I would probably take them aside and tell them.
Can you think of a scripture off the top of your mind for that? Or?
No, I don't think there is one, basically, except, that... no, I don't think... I can't just offhand think of a scripture for that.
Right, okay.
So it said we should be clean. Doesn't it?
Well, yeah, it does. It says we should be clean. Yeah.
And his favourite style of dancing, does he like ballet dancing?
Okay, have you got a favourite style of dance?
No, I just like dancing before the Lord.
Dancing before
Anything.
The Lord. What about break dancing?
Dancing.
Break
Well,
dancing.
I don't really know a lot about break dancing,
Okay.
but I don't think it's. I don't know. Depends how you look at it, really. I suppose.
Okay. Right. I think that's enough for today. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Ken.